Suvarnabhumi Airport, or BKK in Thai, Tha Akasayan Suvarnabhumi, literally Golden Land, also known officially as Bangkok Airport, is one of two international airports serving the Bangkok metropolitan region, the other being Don Mueang International Airport, or DMK, which remains open as a low-cost carrier hub. Suvarnabhumi Airport covers an area of 3,240 hectares, or 32.4 square kilometers, or 8,000 acres, making it one of the biggest international airports in Southeast Asia and a regional hub for aviation. The airport is also a major cargo air freight hub, the 20th busiest in 2019, which has a designated airport free zone, as well as road links to the East Economic Corridor on Motorway 7. The name Suvarnabhumi is Sanskrit for Land of Gold. The name was chosen by the late king Bhumipol Adunyadej, whose name includes Bhumi, meaning or referring to the Buddhist Golden Kingdom, thought to have been to the east of the Ganges, possibly somewhere in Southeast Asia. In Thailand, the government proclamations and national museums insist that Suvarnabhumi was somewhere on the coast of the Central Plains, near the ancient city of Utong, which might be the origin of the Indianized Dervarate culture. Although the claims have not been substantiated, the Thai government named the new Bangkok airport Suvarnabhumi Airport in celebration of this tradition. The need for a new airport was recognized in 1973 when 8,000 acres of land was purchased 40 kilometers east of Bangkok. The site, known as Cobra Swamp, was drained and named Suvarnabhumi, meaning realm of gold. On 14 October 1973, student-led protests led to the overthrow of the military government of Prime Minister Thanom Kitchikachon, and the project was shelved. After a series of ups and downs, the new Bangkok International Airport Company, NBIA, was formed in 1996. Due to political and economic instabilities, notably the Asian financial crisis of 1997, construction did not begin until 6 years later in January 2002 by the government of Thaksin Shinawatra. The airport was due to open in late 2004. But a series of budget overruns, construction flaws, and allegations of corruption plagued the project. A further delay was caused by the discovery that the airport had been built over an old graveyard. Superstitious construction workers claimed to have seen ghosts there. On the 23rd of September 2005, the Thai Airports Authority held a ceremony where 99 Buddhist monks chanted to appease the spirits. Full tests of the airport took place on the 3rd and 29th of July 2006. 6 airlines, Thai Airways International, Nok Air, Thai Air Asia, Bangkok Airways, PB Air, and 1-2Go, used the airport as a base for 20 domestic flights. The first international test flights were conducted on the 1st of September 2006. 2 Thai Airway aircraft, a Boeing 747-400 and an Airbus A300-600, simultaneously departed the airport at 9:19 a.m. Flights to Singapore and Hong Kong, respectively. At 15:50, the same aircraft flew back and made simultaneous touchdowns on runway 19L and 19R. These test flights demonstrated the readiness of the airport to handle traffic. On September 15, 2006, the airport started limited daily operations with Jetstar Asia Airways, operating 3 Singapore to Bangkok flights. Bangkok Airways moved to the airport on the 21st of September. Air Asia and Thai Air Asia followed on the 25th of September, and on the 26th of September, Nok Air moved to Suvarnabhumi Airport. During this initial phase, as well as in the previous tests, the airport used the temporary IATA code NBK. Suvarnabhumi officially opened at 3 a.m. on the 28th of September 2006, taking over all flights from Don Mueang. The first flight to arrive was a Lufthansa cargo flight LH 8442 from Mumbai at 3:05 a.m. The first passenger arrival was an Aerosavit flight Whiskey 171 from Kiev at 4:30 a.m. The first cargo departure was a Saudi Arabian Airlines flight Sierra Victor 984 to Riyadh at 5 a.m. The first passenger departure was an Aerosavit flight Whiskey 172 to Kiev at around 5:30 a.m. Many difficulties were reported in the first few days of the airport's operation. On the first day alone, sluggish luggage handling was common. The first passenger arrival by Aerosavit took an hour for the luggage to start coming out, and some flights did not have their luggage coming out until after as much as 4 hours. Flights were delayed. Thai Airways claimed that 17 of 19 flights were delayed that day, and there were also failures with the check-in system itself. Subsequent problems included the failure of the cargo computer system and the departure boards displaying the wrong information, resulting in confused passengers, especially as, unlike at Dongmyung, there were no final boarding calls issued. Months after its opening, issues of congestion, construction quality, signage, provision of facilities, and the soil subsidence continued to plague the project, prompting calls to reopen Dongmyung to allow for repairs to be made. Expert opinions varied widely on the extent of Suvarnabhumi's problems as well as their root cause. Most airlines stated that the damage to the airport was minimal. Surya Yuchaladnon, the Prime Minister at the time, reopened Dongmyung for domestic flights on a voluntary basis on the 16th of February 2007, with 71 weekly flights moved back initially, but no international flights. In January 2007, ruts were discovered in the runways at Suvarnabhumi. The east runway was scheduled to close for repairs. Expert opinions varied as to the cause of the ruts. Airport authorities and airline representatives maintained that the airport was still safe and resisted suggestions that the airport should be completely closed and all flights moved back to Dongmyung. On 27 January 2007, the Department of Civil Aviation declined to renew the airport's safety certificate, which had expired the previous day. The ICAO requires that the international airport hold aerodrome safety certificates, but Suvarnabhumi continued to operate because ICAO requirement had not yet been adopted into Thai law. As of early 2016, tarmac problems persisted at Suvarnabhumi. Soft spots on the tarmac, taxiways, and apron area have not been permanently fixed. Aircraft were getting stuck on the soft surfaces that are the result of substandard materials. The constant resurfacing of the tarmac, taxiways, and apron area is an unacceptable patchwork solution. We literally need a concrete solution, said Tony Tyler, IATA's Director General and CEO. In January of 2007, Thai Airways announced a plan to move some of its domestic operations back to Dongmyung Airport due to overcrowding. 3 days later, the Ministry of Transport recommended temporarily reopening Dongmyung while repair work on the runways at Suvarnabhumi proceeded. At that time, Thai Airways said it would shift most of its domestic flights back to Dongmyung while keeping flights with high international passenger connections such as Chiang Mai and Phuket at Suvarnabhumi. On the 28th of March 2009, Thai Airways discontinued all domestic flights from Dongmyung. Bangkok Airways and 1-2-Go Airlines had similar plans, but Bangkok Airways remained at Suvarnabhumi. Thai Air Asia said that it would not move unless it could shift both its international and domestic operations, prompting them to stay at Suvarnabhumi for the time being. Nok Air and PB Air were undecided, but Nok Air later relocated all flights to Dongmyung, where they operate today. As of January 2010, only Nok Air and 1-2-Go operated domestic flights from Dongmyung Airport. PB Air have ceased operations altogether. 1-2-Go was integrated into the Orient Thai Airlines on July 2010, but continues to operate from Dongmyung Airport. As of 1 October 2012, AirAsia has moved its Bangkok operations to Dong Mueang International Airport from Suvarnabhumi. The airport was ranked number 48 among the world's top 100 airports in 2020. According to the Thailand Development Research Institute in 2018, the airport's ranking has not improved over the past 6 years. Customer complaints include lengthy immigration waiting times, transit day room issues, insufficient numbers of chairs and phone charging ports, insufficient English-speaking staff, and poor information displays. Despite these problems, Bangkok International Airport, or Suvarnabhumi, remains a beautiful example of Thai architecture and the perfect place to begin your adventure in the Kingdom of Thailand. This concludes our quick look at Suvarnabhumi International Airport. We sincerely hope you enjoyed it. If you ever find yourself in the Kingdom of Thailand, you will probably land at this airport. If you found this video entertaining or informative, please give us a like and subscribe. Also, if you would like to help support us, please find the link to our Patreon page below. We have provided affiliate links in the description for hotel, travel, and car rentals. If you have any questions or suggestions, please leave them in the comments. If you would like us to cover any places or topics related to Thailand or Southeast Asia, just ask and we will try to accommodate you as quickly as possible. Until next time, thanks for watching.